Hello guys, good evening all of you. Am I audible?
Good evening, sir. Yes, sir.
So in previous class, I gave about preparation of aldehydes. Now preparation of ketones. Here only 3 methods are there to prepare ketones. See the first one from acyl chlorides. Or any acyl halides also. This is a very simple reaction. See here, treatment of acyl chlorides with cadmium, alkyl cadmium gives ketones. Treatment of acyl halides with dialkyl cadmium. Dialkyl cadmium prepared by the reaction of cadmium chloride with Grignard reagent. Gives ketones. Gives ketones. So first we are preparing alkyl cadmium. See, that is prepared by Grignard reagent reacting with cadmium chloride. Yeah. Here double displacement reaction takes place. Take here 2 molecules, sorry, 2 moles of Grignard reagent. Here completely these 2 chlorine atoms are replaced by 2 R, only by R. So it gives R2CD. So instead of 2 chlorines, I'm writing R2. And the 2 chlorines are coming here. So it gives 2 moles of MgXCl. That is byproduct. Now this is dialkyl cadmium. That is treated with acyl chloride. This is acyl chloride. This is treated with dialkyl cadmium. Now this take 2 moles. Here 2 chlorines are there. Because of 2 moles, 2 chlorine atoms are replaced by 2 R groups, and byproduct is again CdCl2. RC double bond O. So R and CdCl2. So here you take as it is a R dash. Here we get R dash. Here also R dash. Product also keep R dash. Okay, then second reaction from nitriles. From nitriles. So here nitriles are treated with a Grignard reagent followed by hydrolysis, gives ketones. Nitriles treated with a Grignard reagent. Followed by hydrolysis. Gives ketones. Nitriles example R bond, CH2 bond, CN. Cyanides only we are calling nitriles. Now this is treated with a Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent, we may take anything, C6H5 benzene attached to MgX. So we know in the Grignard reagent in RMgX, R is getting negative charge, remaining getting positive charge. So this C6H5 have negative charge now that attacks this carbon. So then immediately this bond, in these 3 bonds, 1 bond is shifted to nitrogen side when C6H5 is attacking this carbon. So it gives, so in presence of ether. C6H5 is attached to the carbon. This bond pair of electrons shifted to nitrogen. Then nitrogen is attached to MgX. Or CH2 bond, carbon linked to C6H5. Still, 3 bond, double bond is only left. Double bond, MgX. Just a minute. Double bond NMGX, not MGX. NMGX. Now is correct. Next step is hydrolysis. Product is RCH2 bond C. It is still linked to C6H5. So you can write anywhere that C6H5. And here completely group is replaced by oxygen during the hydrolysis. You will get ketone. Then last method, by Friedel-Crafts acylation. Friedel-Crafts acylation. Here benzene are substituted benzenes. Treated with acid chlorides in presence of Lewis acids. Such as anhydrous AlCl3 gives corresponding ketones. Benzene, when treated with acid chlorides halogen in presence of anhydrous AlCl3, this COR is attached to benzene ring. And byproduct is HX. So this is ketone. Example, we may take benzene or any substituted benzene. I'm taking toluene. When treated with CH3 C double bond O Cl In presence of anhydrous AlCl3, the COCH3 group is attached to toluene. But that is at ortho and para positions possible. This is the major product. This is minor product. Okay, these three methods only, preparation of ketones. Next, write an example question. Give name of the reagents. To bring about the following transformation. To bring about the following transformation. The first one is hexane 1-volt to hexanol. Hexanol. So what is the required reagent to convert hexane 1-volt to hexanol? Kushi. What reagent is required to convert hexane 1-volt to hexanol? The structure is CH3, CH2, 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 OH. This is hexane 1 wall. Yeah. It gives CH3, CH2, 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 CHO. What is the reagent required to convert alcohol to aldehyde?
Sir, is it CrO3PCC, sir?
Yeah, either CrO3, anyone you can use, either PCC or CrO3. Any oxidizing reagent is only required to convert Cr2OH to COH, mild oxidizing reagent only. So you can use.
Sir, so we can use any oxide, sir, because in textbook they give CrO3, sir.
Yeah, either that's what CrO3 you can use or PCC, any mild oxidizing reagent. The second one, to convert cyclohexanol to cyclohexanone.
Sir, it should be anhydrous AlCl3.
Cyclohexanol. This is to convert cyclohexanone. This is. What is required? Which process is mandatory to convert this to this? We converted there also alcohol to ketones. So require oxidizing reagent. That is also mild oxidizing reagent. So CrO3 only. But whatever we are using CrO3, that is anhydrous only. So here also anhydrous CrO3. Next, parafluorotoluene to parafluorobenzoaldehyde. Parafluorotoluene to parafluorobenzoaldehyde. So what is the required reagent? This two. This. Yeah. Lakshmi, what reagent is required to convert this to this? Here also converted CH3 to CH4, and remaining is same. See, in preparation of aldehydes, there I gave some Nemer reactions. Harsh?
Sir,
what reagent is required to convert this to this?
Itard's reagent, sir. CrOCl2.
CrOCl2, yes, correct. CrO2Cl2, no? CrO2Cl2 chromolyl chloride, followed by, we need to do hydrolysis also. This is in CS2. CrO2Cl2 in CS2, and then next step is hydrolysis. Another method is there by using anhydrous CrO3 in acetic anhydride. Next method also there. You can use any reagent. Next one, ethane nitrile to ethanol. ethane nitrile to ethanol. So ethane nitrile is CH3 C triple bond N, cyanide only. This one we need to convert to ethanol, CH3CHO. Cyanides are converted to aldehyde. What is the name of reaction? Likita?
So Stephen reaction.
Yes, Stephan reaction. What is the reagent here?
So SnCl2 plus HCl.
SnCl2 plus HCl. Yeah, correct. Followed by hydrolysis. First we are doing reacting with SnCl2 plus HCl. Then next process hydrolysis. Next, allyl alcohol to propanol. Yeah, allyl alcohol to propanol. Allyl alcohol CH3, CH2, double bond CH, bond CH2OH. So this is allyl alcohol. This is changed to CH2, double bond CH, bond CHO. So only we converted this CH2OH to CHO. Which reagent is required? Tejashwini?
Sir, it is CRO3.
CRO3. Is there any other specific reagent? Specific oxidizing reagent. PCC we can use now because here double bond is there. There is a chance to attack chromium oxide to affect this double bond. To avoid that, we are using PCC. One example also I gave in your notebooks, check. Even if there are any double bond, triple bond, those are not affected by PCC. PCC only affecting primary alcoholic group, CH2OH2 aldehyde group. Last one, but2 into ethanol. But2 into ethanol. CH3, CH, double bond CH, and CH3 converted to ethanol, CH3, CHO. Banu?
Sir, ozonolysis.
Very good. Ozonolysis followed by hydrolysis in presence of, followed by treated with zinc and water only. It gives ethanol, correct. First treated with ozone, it gives ozonide. Then treat with zinc and H2O. Okay, next question. Write the structure of products of the following reaction. First one, benzene treated with C2H5 C double bond OCl in presence of anhydrous AlCl3. Solvent is CS2 carbon disulfide. Second one, C6H5CH2 cadmium plus 2CH3COCl. CH3 C triple bond CH reacting with mercury and sulfuric acid. Benzene methyl a para position nitro group treated with CrO2Cl2 chromolyl chloride followed by hydrolysis. So to avoid confusion, here write 1 and 2.
So for the first one, we get ketones, sir. Banu, tell me what is the product of first reaction?
So benzene with
Benzene. Yeah. Then
so C2H5
uh,
C double bond O.
C2H5, which is bonded to a benzene? C2H5 or CO? Here chlorine is losing here, no? So that atom only
C
attached.
double bond O.
Yeah, C double bond O, then C2H5. So this is Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. Don't confuse here. CH2 is there means it is just solvent. It's not influencing. The next, Harsh, what is the product of second reaction?
Sir, benzene,
Benzene,
CH3CO,
CH3CO. See, this is here alkyl cadmium. This is full is alkyl cadmium.
COCH3. Sir. Benzene COCH3.
No, it's wrong. Benzene COCH3 is wrong product.
Sir, will we get a ketone group, sir?
Yeah, keto group. Product is ketone only. Dialkyl cadmium we have.
Sir, we get
So benzene CH2CO.
Yeah, first you write acyl part, CH3CO. Okay, 2 moles. And this CO is linked to CH2 C6H5. CH2. Then this is linked to benzene. Yeah, now it is correct. Byproduct is cadmium chloride only, CdCl2. That also 2 moles. No, 1 mole only. Yeah, 1 mole. Yes. Next question to Tejashwini.
Sir, CH3, CH2, CH2.
CH3, CH2, CHO.
Yes, sir.
No, it won't give aldehyde. It gives ketone.
Two.
Ketone, yeah. Because if only ethine, only reactant is CH triple bond CH with this reagent, it gives aldehyde. Then other all alkynes gives ketone only. See the reaction I will write in 2 steps. The first step, CH3 COH double bond CH2. So here actually we are doing addition of water. I think here in reaction not mentioned. Don't confuse. Here addition of water we are taking. We have space right here plus H2. Water is adding according to Markovnikov rule. So OH here, H here, still in 3 bonds, only 1 bond is lost. Still there are 2 bonds. Now this one undergoes isomerization. So it gives CH3, C double bond O and CH3. Acetone. Product name is acetone.
Sir, I didn't understand how the third reaction happened, sir. This is what process, sir?
This is addition followed by isomerization. So first we are adding a water molecule to this. In water molecule we have H plus, OH minus, right? OH minus is attached to this carbon, H is attached to this carbon. So it gives CH3, COH, and this carbon gets hydrogen only. That's why it will become CH2. So means 1 bond is lost. Still there are 2 bonds in the product. The next step, isomerization. So this bond pair of electrons shifted here. So it comes double bond O, and this bond pair shifted to carbon side. This gets actually minus charge. To fulfill this minus charge, from here H plus is coming out, that is attached to CH2. So it becomes CH3. This is isomerization. Yes. Okay, next, Dhanush. Dhanush. Ritesh. Sharath.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell what is product of this reaction? I think this is one name reaction. Previously, one example also I told. See chromyl chloride test, chromyl chloride reaction. In that reaction, observe only the methyl group is converted to aldehyde group. So remaining is not affected. Now the product is para-nitro benzaldehyde. This is changed to CHO group. Right. Physical properties of aldehydes and ketones. Okay. See about first, don't write now these points. Methanol. This is a gaseous substance, methanol. Then further, ethanol, CH3CHO, even propanol, and up to 5 carbons. We can see these are liquid substances. This is gas. These are liquid. Means lower member of aldehydes and even ketones exist as a liquid substance. If number of carbons increases, those either aldehyde or ketone, those exist as a solid substances. Okay, next see about boiling point. So boiling point of carbonyl compound. So here I'm including aldehydes and ketones both. Means it having aldehydes and ketones. So boiling point of carbonyl compounds having higher with comparable molecular mass of simple hydrocarbons and ethers. That means compared to carbohydrates and ethers, this carbonyl compounds having higher boiling point. But when compared with alcohols, this is having lower boiling point. Having lower boiling point. So if we write the order, generally hydrocarbons having lower boiling point. Then ethers. After this, aldehydes and ketones having higher boiling point. Then alcohols. Alcohols having higher boiling point. Why alcohols having higher boiling point than aldehydes and ketones? Of comparable molecular masses. Because alcohols forms intermolecular hydrogen bonding. That's what alcohols having higher boiling point. And aldehydes and ketone, they can't form a hydrogen bond in their substances, but they're having some polar bond. I mean, we can call it is dipolar interactions. Due to dipolar interactions, aldehydes and ketones having higher boiling point than carbohydrates and ether, but these dipolar interactions are weak interactions than hydrogen bond. That's what aldehydes and ketones have lower boiling point than alcohols. Next, about solubility. So lower member of aldehydes and ketones easily soluble in water. And ketones means those having up to 4 carbons. Up to 4 carbons contain aldehydes and ketone. They are easily soluble in water because they can form hydrogen bond with water. See how they can form. Acetaldehyde, here water molecule. Yeah. So this oxygen have lone pair of electron. It can bond to this hydrogen. Even this oxygen only having 2 lone pairs, no? Can bond to another water molecule of hydrogen. So that's what. These are soluble in water. Lower member only. Lower member like ethanol, propanol, butanol, even acetone, butanol. Those can soluble, but number of carbons increases, their solubility must be decreases. These aldehydes and ketones are easily soluble in organic solvents like benzene, toluene, ethers, and carbon disulfide. In those compounds, it's easily soluble. So this is about its physical properties. See comparison between boiling point. Suppose N-butane, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Its molecular mass is 58. And methoxyethane, CH3O, C2H5. This molecular mass is 60. Next, propanol, CH3, CH2, CHO. This molecular mass 58. Acetone, CH3, CO, CH3. This mass also 58. Propan 1 mole, CH3, CH2, CH2OH. This mass is 60. So all these compound having comparable molecular masses. And if you see its boiling point, this boiling point only 273. Always simple hydrocarbons having lower boiling point. Next, second position is ethers. Its boiling point is 281. Then aldehydes. Its boiling point is 322. Almost these two maintains same closer values. Acetone having 329. And propan 1 mole having 370. So it's having highest, this having lowest, and aldehydes and ketones almost maintain same boiling point or similar boiling points. Okay, write about this. Methanol is a gas at room temperature. Ethanol is volatile liquid. Other aldehydes and ketones are liquids or solids at room temperature. Next point, boiling point of aldehydes and ketones higher than hydrocarbons and ethers because of ethers of comparable molecular masses. Due to dipolar interactions in aldehydes and ketones. But boiling point of aldehydes and ketones lower than alcohols of comparable molecular masses due to stronger hydrogen bond in alcohols. Strength of interactions. Hydrogen bond greater than dipolar interactions greater than van der Waals forces. Van der Waals interactions. Write this N-butane. Methoxyethane. Propanol. Acetone, propan 1-vol. Molecular mass, boiling point. N-butane 58, 60, 58, 58, 60. 273, 281, 322, 329, 370 kelvins. Okay, next about solubility. Lower members of aldehydes and ketones. Such as methanol, ethanol, and propanol. Are miscible with water. In all proportions. Because they form hydrogen bond with water. This aldehyde, even ketones also able to form. Hydrogen bond with water. So the solubility of aldehydes and ketone decreases rapidly. On increasing the length of alkyl chain. So these are fairly soluble in organic solvents like benzene, ether, methanol, chloroform, etc. Lower member of aldehydes and ketones are pungent smell, have sharp pungent smell. So higher members are more fragrant. Right on question. Arrange the following compounds. in the increasing order of their boiling points. First one, CH3, CH2, CH2, CHO. CH3, CH2, 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 OH. C2H5, O, C2H5. CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Tell me increasing order of their boiling points. Tejashwini?
So what is the last compound, sir? CH3, CH2?
CH2, then CH3.
Okay. So 1 minute, sir.
So for your convenience, give numbers. This is 1, this 2, this is 3, and 4. Increasing order.
So 4, 1, 3, 2.
4. Yeah, then
1
1.
and 1 or 3.
See which one having higher boiling point? Aldehyde or what is this? That is not ketone, not ketone. That is ether.
Either.
Yeah, so
So 3.
3. Then
Then 1,
1.
2.
Highest is alcohols 2. Answer this CH3, CHO. CH3, CH2, CH2OH. No, only OH. Ethanol only this. Then CH3O, CH3. Then CH3, CH2, CH3. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, Likita. Now also increasing order of boiling point.
So first is the fourth one.
Okay. Fourth one. You're having lowest boiling point. Okay, next. I will write here order. Yeah, 4. Then
Third one.
yes. Next.
First one. Then
Next
second one.
is, yeah. Okay, next, chemical reactivity of aldehydes and ketones.
Sir, you're on mute, sir.
Sorry, guys. See, here either aldehyde or ketone you take that having a planar shape. The molecule is planar molecule. Here, this carbonyl group is polar group. C double bond O is polar group. Don't write. It is polar group. Due to high electronegativity of oxygen, the bond pair of electron shifts to, this pair are mostly moving towards oxygen side. That's why it getting partial negative charge. Carbon gets partial positive charge. Okay, now come to here. Alkenes and alkynes, this having double bonds, these are having multiple bonds. If compound having multiple bonds, they involve in electrophilic addition reactions. But in contrary to alkenes and alkynes, this carbonyl compounds involves in nucleophilic addition reactions. Nucleophilic addition reactions. There is a reason why these are involving in nucleophilic addition, these are involving in electrophilic addition, because in alkenes already they have double bond, means their electron density is the more. So again nucleophile cannot attach this because there exist no repulsions. Due to repulsions, this cannot attack. But if there is electrophile, it have positive charge. Here also negative, means pi bond means here electron density is more. It easily can attack carbon atoms. This is okay. But in carbonyl compounds, here carbon having positive charge. So electrophile cannot attach to this because already positive charge. So again positive charge, not possible to attach this carbon. Only nucleophile can attach. Because this is electron rich species, this is electron poor. So a bond is possible between nucleophile and carbon. That's what carbonyl compounds involves in nucleophilic addition reactions. Okay, once they involve in nucleophilic addition reactions, that stereochemistry changes. When a planar molecule converted to three-dimensional molecule, a 2D molecule converts to three-dimensional molecule. So this is the carbonyl compound, either aldehyde or ketone. We're treating with a nucleophile. This is an initially planar molecule. When nucleophile attached this carbon atom, immediately this bond pair of electrons shifted to oxygen side. So it gives R dash, C bond O minus, and nucleophile is attached here. And nucleophile also attack this carbonyl carbon with 90 degrees angle, because this is already planar shape. Nucleophile attack with 90 degrees angle. Okay, when it attack, totally 4 bonds will come. So the four bonds are not present in 2D plane. They are exist in 3-dimensional plane. I think you know what is the shape of this molecule now. What is that shape? This is planar, okay. What is the shape of a molecule if carbon have 4 bonds? Anybody? Banu?
Sir,
What is the shape of that molecule? Carbon attached to 4 bonds.
tetrahedral.
Tetrahedral, yes. It changes to tetrahedral shape. So here, planar molecule, no, like this. Fan wings. 120 degrees angle it mentions and planar. But here it is a 3-dimensional molecule with tetrahedral shape. Bond angle is 109.5 degrees. And in acidic medium, actually this is a reversible reaction, first step, and also slow step it is. H plus is attached to this. It gives alcohol. So overall, it is involving in nucleophilic addition reactions. Any doubt about nucleophilic addition? So guys, you have to know the difference between addition reaction, elimination reactions, substitution, electrophilic substitution, nucleophilic substitution. See, some compounds I will explain roughly. Alkyl halides, simple alkyl halides. They involve in nucleophilic substitution, because if there is any nucleophile, this halogen also having negative charge, so it is also acting as a nucleophile in this molecule. This is replaced by another nucleophile. So alkyl halides involves in nucleophilic substitution. Suppose aryl halides. Aryl halides. So in case of aryl halides, this halogen atom having lone pair. This lone pair is involving in resonance. So here double bond character we are observing. That's what very difficult to replace this halogen with any other nucleophile. So it won't involve in first nucleophilic substitution reaction. They won't involve in nucleophilic substitution. That involves in electrophilic substitution. That electrophile also attached either ortho position or para positions. So this is involved in electrophilic substitution. So here hydrogen atoms are there. Substitution means one of the atom or group are replaced by another atom or group. So here hydrogens are there. Instead of one hydrogen atom, this electrophile is attached. Mostly para position is major. So aryl halides involves in electrophilic substitution. Next, alcohols. Alcohols involves in which kind of reactions? These also involves in nucleophilic substitution. So your nucleophile, you can take halogen now, or any nucleophile. It gives R bond nucleophile, and OH minus comes out. So same, this is also nucleophilic substitution. Same reactions. Next, phenol. Phenol involves in again electrophilic substitution reactions. So this. Next, ethers. Ethers, if in case of simple ethers, are aliphatic ethers. They're involved in cleavage reactions. In case of aryl ethers, this again involves in electrophilic substitution reactions. Then now we are talking about aldehydes and ketones. These involves in nucleophilic addition. Reaction. Then alkenes and alkynes involves in electrophilic addition. Okay. I think this information is sometime required in case of a lower level of competitive like CET, useful for you. So one by one, write functional group involves in which kind of reaction, that is useful for you. Right, first one, alkyl halide. Just write name alkyl halide involves in nucleophilic substitution reaction. Next, aryl halides involves in electrophilic substitution. Alcohols, same, nucleophilic substitution. Phenols, electrophilic substitution. Ethers involves in cleavage reaction. Next, aryl ethers. These are called aryl ethers. These are simple ethers, aryl ethers. These are aliphatic ethers. This involves in again electrophilic substitution. Aldehydes and ketones involves in nucleophilic addition. Alkynes and alkenes involves in electrophilic addition. So write in as one chart, not in the aldehydes and ketone chapter. So write somewhere in backside of notebook. Okay, tomorrow I will give you the concept of chemical reactivity. So these are aromatic aryl ethers. These are aliphatic ethers. These are involved in cleavage reactions. Okay, thank you. We'll continue in tomorrow class.
Thank you, sir.